Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this special council meeting of July 15th to order. With just one major or one item on the agenda, truly, and over to the city clerk if there are any questions.
Perfect. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
The first question period.
Only one question was received for today that would theoretically be eligible for the first question period. However, it does not qualify today because it is on a subject other than the item on today's agenda. Special sitting agendas are to be restricted, discussions to be restricted to the items on the agenda. So the question received today will be carried forward for the July 20th meeting and responded to then. So there are no questions for our first question period.
Thank you. So we move to the adoption of the agenda. Councillor Cutler.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move that the agenda of the special council sitting of July 15th, 2020 be adopted.
Thank you. And do I have a seconder for that? Councillor Shammy, all in favor? Carried. And now we move to item 4, amended notice of motion bylaw 1552 to recognize the Good House as a heritage immovable. Councillor Lullum.
I am to give notice of the intention to submit for adoption at a subsequent meeting of council bylaw number 1552 entitled Bylaw to Recognize the Good House as a Heritage Immovable. The object of this bylaw is to undertake the recognition of the immovable, a 2-story residence built in stone on a property of 1996.1 square meters located at 178 Côte Saint Antoine Road on lot number 1583306 of the Quebec Cadastre as a heritage building in accordance with the powers conferred on the city under the Cultural Heritage Act, CQLR, Chapter P-9.002. The above mentioned immovable is recognized for the following reasons. 1, for its historical value. A, as it was built between 1840 and 1844. B, as one of the oldest houses in Westmount. C, as the house is located on Côte Saint Antoine Road, a key artery in the development and history of the city of Westmount and Montreal. D, as it had an influence on the development of the sector. 2, for its architectural value. A, as it represents a rare example of Greek Revival architecture in Quebec. B, as it includes one of the 4 residents that made up, one of the 4 residents that made up Metcalfe Terrace at the time. In 2020, only 2 remain. C, as it has not undergone any significant changes since its construction. D, for the integrity of its stone construction and its materials. E, for the integrity of its interior design, materials, and finishes. F, as it was built by a renowned architect. 3, for its landscape value. A, for its English garden characteristic of that era. B, for the integrity of its landscaping, including fencing, division of spaces, etc. C, as the stewardship and dedication of the Good family has ensured the continuity of an exceptional landscape for several generations. D, for its garden containing a species of interest, including such as Trillium and Ginkgo biloba, as the property, and E, as the property serves as a landmark. 4, for its emblematic value. A, is one of the oldest houses in the city. B, is one of the first testimonials of urban planning. C, as its presence is part of the city's collective memory due to its architecture and environment. A copy of the draft bylaw will be tabled and will be available for public consultation at a future council sitting. Interested persons may make representation to the local Heritage Council in accordance with the notices to be given to this effect. The bylaw shall enter into effect on the date on which the special notice shall be sent to the owner, July 21st, 2020.
Thank you. And as this is a notice of motion, it does not require a seconder or a vote at this time. So that are all the items on the agenda. Are there any other questions that were submitted?
No other questions submitted via YouTube Live as of yet. So that is all. No second question period.
Thank you. So the meeting